that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Hey guys, how you doing today? Hey, so watching the Emergency Commission, and I watched Bill Blair yesterday, and oh my goodness, he's a professional, all right. You know, I'm starting to understand why it's always the old people that are in Parliament. I figured it out. You know, it makes the most sense. Well, how can you get a young person to claim dementia? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my God, the amount of lies. And not direct lies per se, but claiming you don't know something that you truly do know. As often as this former police officer whose training and job consisted of retaining information. I mean, geez, I would have loved to get arrested by this guy at some point in my past. He'd go to court and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't know, Your Honor. I don't know, Your Honor." What the? That's so dumb. You know very well, especially when it's your own goddamn staffer talking about things that you're doing. Anyway. Now that I'm composed, I will carry on. Sorry. Then today, this one I'm going to call on Brendan Miller. I'm sorry, dude. You know how a courtroom works, and you know you don't overspeak the judge or whomever, and you know that's wrong. And I'm curious why you would do that when such an important witness is about to be on the stand for you to cross-examine. A witness that we have actually saw break the laws of Parliament and lie in Parliament. Okay? You had a golden opportunity, but instead you created this showboat nonsense about getting kicked out of the inquiry. I'm sorry, Brendan. I'm not in favor of what you pulled off there. I understand why you're doing it, and I understand you're getting frustrated. I'd be frustrated after having to talk to Bill Blair myself. But, come on, dude. Let's focus on the end goal, not on the pettiness in between. Okay? Because there's enough evidence without the redacted statements to show the government had intended to do the Emergencies Act from the beginning. I understand the evidence will help really nail it down. I get it. But come on, dude. Stop showboating and let's get to the truth here. I love you, dude. You're freaking awesome. But today I'm not, I think you've made a wrong step here. But anyway, I digress. Today, something came up yesterday, after yesterday's video. And other than YouTube really friggin' hid that video like no tomorrow, because, well, heaven forbid if the people should actually have a voice in democracy. I've never had a video get less than 100 views in over 24 hours. Never. Anyway. So, but Ben, I'm going to call you Ben, dude. I'm sorry. My French is pathetic at best. And we all know that. And I'm also horrible at names, so I don't want to butcher your name. Ben brought up a really, really good point about the fact that, you know, when I said digital voting, it's another way for the government to take your data and use it against you at some point. He's 100% correct. 100%. Okay, and I told him I would think on how to deal with this data thing. But first thing I got to address is the data being captured and used against you. That already happens. When you log into Google your data is being collected. All your interests are being collected. Every time you do a search, every time you watch a video, your interests are being tabulated and collected. So that's that. I mean, we can claim we're trying to protect our privacy and such, but we're not. You have a cell phone that has data, you're logged in. They're collecting everything you do on your cell phone. It's just the way it is. Oh, we got people coming, so we'll, hey, look at the pretty forest. Everybody. I love winter. It's so amazing. You know, sucks the trees don't have any leaves, but keep you turned that way. Good day, folks.
How are you doing?
I am alive, and you?
Oh, good. Alive as well.
Oh, look at that. We got something in common. Let's start there. Anyway, let's carry on. So, where was I? Oh, yes. So your data is already being collected. It's already being used against you. Just look at my video yesterday. Less than 100 views in a 24-hour period. Never had a video do that once. And that's such a huge topic. You can claim my thumbnails, whatever. My thumbnails are always the same. It's just a pretty view. And so I don't get the thousands of views because I don't put a whole bunch of writing across them and such. The title, I think the title would attract people's attention. So maybe I'm wrong in that, but whatever. Okay, so it's being used against you anyway. So we'll just put that aside. Now, as far as my solutions, this is my solution. If you don't want to use your own personal computer to log in and da-da-da-da-da, here's the option we could do. Leave the online version there because a lot of people are fine with putting their information online. But utilize these constituency offices. Have them open to the public. Have them open for voting. And if it's a once a month vote, you know, on legislation or whatever, it could be open the whole month and people can go in and vote at any point in time for the legislation if they so choose. Makes the constituency office actually useful in doing something for the voter base. So why not just use that? Set up a secure computer that has only one link to it, and that's directly to the government of Canada. No outside links. Basically an LAN or landline, direct to government. Why don't we try that? We could try mail-in, but that's kind of meh. You see, if you go into the constituency office, you have to show your ID. You have to log in with your passcode that I had mentioned, how we get that. So let's do that. Leave it open for the public to come in and register their votes in the constituency office. What do you think? Does that solve it? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to come up with something. Maybe we can slowly build this together. Maybe we can work together and develop a piece of legislation that actually gives the people the rights that they're supposed to have, the say that they're supposed to have. Instead of government officials who can do something so dramatic and so profound and yet claim dementia. I mean, how can you not remember whether the Emergency Act was on your plan from the get-go when your staffer is talking about it? Like, oh man. Anyway, how do we get what we want? We voice ourselves. We stand up. We say enough. Otherwise, we're just lost in the weeds and then in the bush.
Hey you, I'm feeling it so. Hey you.
Welcome to the Fringe.